Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about Civics, first lesson, forms of government and democracy. The forms of government, the meaning of democracy, the merits and demerits of democracy, the challenges to Indian democracy. Introduction. Today many countries of the world follow different types of governments, but the modern world prefers democracy. Let us see the lesson. Forms of government. The governance of nations differs significantly based on who has power. There are different forms of government: aristocracy, monarchy, autocracy, oligarchy, theocracy, democracy, and republic. Aristocracy, a form of government in which power is in the hands of a small privileged ruling class. Example, United Kingdom and Spain. Monarchy, a system of government in which one person reigns supreme, usually a king or queen. Example, Bhutan and Oman. Autocracy, a system of government by one person with absolute power. Example, North Korea. Next, oligarchy, a small group of people having control of a country or organization. Example, former Soviet Union and China. Next, theocracy, a system of government in which religious doctrines form the basis of government, headed by a priest who rules in the name of God or proclaims himself as a god. Example, Vatican. Democracy, a system of government in which eligible members in the population vote to elect their elected representatives, and the party or individual who obtains the majority votes forms the government. Example, India, USA. Republic, a state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives, and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch. Example, India and Australia. What is democracy? Democracy is a form of government that allows people to choose their rulers. Only leaders elected by people should rule the country. People have the freedom to express views, freedom to organize, and freedom to protest. Definition of Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, one of the presidents of USA, defines democracy as a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Next, forms of democratic government. Forms of democratic government: parliamentary form of government, presidential form of government. Parliamentary form of government, example, India and England, electorate, legislature, executive. Presidential form of government, example, USA and France, electorate, executive, and legislature. Next, types of democracy: direct democracy, indirect democracy. Direct democracy, when the people themselves directly express their will on public affairs. The type of government is called pure or direct democracy. Example, ancient Greek city-states. Indirect democracy, when the people express their will on public affairs through their elected representatives. The type of government is called indirect or representative democracy. Example, USA and UK. Next topic, democracy in India. India has a parliamentary form of democracy. The Indian Parliament comprises the elected representatives of people and makes the laws for the country. India is the largest democratic country in the world. Democracy in India works on 5 basic principles. These are sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, and republic. Next, elections in India. The general elections are conducted by the Election Commission of India. At the national level, the President of India appoints the Prime Minister, who enjoys majority in the Lok Sabha, the lower house of the Parliament of India. All the members of the Lok Sabha are directly elected through general elections, which take place once in every 5 years. In normal circumstances, 2 Anglo-Indian members can be nominated by the President of India to the Lok Sabha. Members of the Rajya Sabha, the upper house of the Indian Parliament, are elected by an electoral college consisting of elected members of the legislative assemblies of the states and the union territories of India. The President of India nominates 12 members for their contributions to art, literature, science, and social service. Next, major challenges to Indian democracy. Democracy is the dominant form of government in the contemporary world. The various aspects of democracy and its challenges are illiteracy, poverty, corruption, political violence. Next topic, conditions for the success of democracy in India. Empowerment of the poor and illiterates to enjoy the goodness of democracy. Willingness among the elected people not to misuse their powerful position and public wealth. Presence of strong public opinion. Feeling of tolerance and communal harmony among the people. Last point, powerful and responsible opposition. Okay students, today we learned about different forms of government, what is democracy, types of democracy, democracy in India, elections in India, major challenges to Indian democracy, conditions for the success of democracy in India. I hope you will understand this lesson.